Good evening, my dears. So today we will deal with the second 25 portion of this schedule. And so far we have completed what are things I'll tell you. We have completed the first unit completely. In the first unit we have the prose, poetry as well as the supplement reader. And in the second unit we have completed that prose alone, a nice cup of tea we have completed. So today we will start with the second supplement, the poem, that is our Casuarina Tree. So if you have book, take page number 54, right? If you have book, kindly take page number 54. We will go on with this author introduction first of all, and next we will go with this poem paragraph, right? Step by step we'll go on. So hope you are fine. And so the next schedule has started. So whatever the works it is given, kindly go through it, and moreover please go through whatever the subject has been taught. Go through it daily so that you can have a touch with the subjects, right? Okay, fine. We will move on to the author introduction, right, my dears? Okay. If you have book, please turn to page number, as I told you, 54, right? We'll go on with the author introduction, right? Okay, let me read out the author introduction and have a go through with this, right? Okay. So Taurudet was a Bengali poet from the Indian subcontinent who wrote in English and French. So like other poet, this Taurudet, she is a Bengali poet, right? First of all, she is a Bengali poet. See, whenever you are writing the poem paragraph, you are supposed to write the author introduction of about 3 or 4 lines. You have to write about the author. So write first thing about this author. It is, she is first of all a Bengali poet, right? Who wrote in English and French. So this lady, she is good in English as well as in French. She has the third daughter of the family, right? She has the third daughter of the family. That family was a family of distinguished intellectuals and poets. See, like all others, unlike all others, that's a poem, that's a family, they are very good intellectuals. If you see her family, right, they are very intellectuals. That's why she is capable to read and learn, to read and write 2 languages. One is English as well as the French. Okay, so her family is a distinguished intellectuals. That means what? A well capable family they are. She also had the advantage of being taught by excellent English tutors at home and later on the long stay in Europe and England, like home tuitions. So their parent, her parent made right, a person, they appointed a person to take English for her at her home itself, right? So that's why, and moreover she stayed in Europe and England for long days. That's why she is a very good writer, also became a very writer. So she stayed in Europe and in England as well. So Tauro, with all her exposure to and involvement in personal life and culture, loved the land of her birth and remained thoroughly Indian in her consciousness and sensibility. If you see some people for money, right, they'll settle in abroad and they'll completely forget about their motherland. But unlike those guys, this Taurudet, though she spent a lot of years in Europe and England, she didn't forget her motherland, right? And though she has a very good thing she got in the abroad, but still, right, she didn't forget about her mother country. That's why she has written, right, almost all of her works will based on her mother country. Besides her well-known collections of poems with a little title Ancient Ballads and Legends of Hindustan, she has to her credit a volume of poems in the French titled Sheaf Gleaned in French Fields. So these are all important works, right? And moreover, our Casuarina Tree, the most well-known of Taurus poem, was included in a miscellaneous poem. So, besides all our poems, this Taurudet's our Casuarina Tree, it is a well-known collection. It is a well-known poem, right, in her writings. So, this poem I read when I was doing my second UG, right? I read the same poem. Moreover, I read the same poem in my school days also, right? So, this is the third time I'm reading about this poem, right? Okay, fine. So these are the important facts about this Taurudet, right? We will recall about the author introduction once again, right? First of all, she is a Bengali poet, right? Bengali means you will come to know or you will come to have a clicker and another important person, Bengal, right? I think you know, right? Tagore, right? Bengal poet, right? And moreover, this is a lady, Tagore also is a Bengali poet, right? And moreover, she is well known in French as well as in English, and most of the days she spent in England as well as in Europe, right? Though she settled there, she didn't forget about her motherland, right? So these are the important background about this Taurus, lifeline. And next we will move on to the poem, right? So if you have book, turn to page number 52, right? It's a remembrance. So what is the topic of this poem, or what is the thing, right? Essence of the poem, it is a remembrance, right? And turn to page number 52 in your book. Turn to page number 52 in your book, right? Okay, we will move on to the poem first. Right. Again, it's a remembrance. As I told already, the poem is all about a remembrance. What is a remembrance, right? If you see in the book, they have started with a paragraph. In the box, you would have come across, right? Some 5 or 6 lines. The paragraph talks about what it talks about. I'm reading that one. Listen here. You visit your school after several years. As you cross the banyan tree at the entrance, cheerful memories fill your mind. Fill the bubbles with your memories. Right? Now you are 12th standard. So after coming to this 12th standard, if you come to your school after some 10 years or 15 years back, right? You turn to school after some 15 years or 10 years. When you enter the gate, right? At the time, if you see your school, definitely that will take you to your past history. That will take you your, right, past days. That means your school days, right? So, and if you enter through the gate, or if you enter your class, that if you see, that will brings you a lot of the green memories, green pastures, right? So you may think that, or you may come to know that, okay, these are the places where I used to sit. Here I sat, right? Here we used to talk, right? Here only we used to have your lunch, right? And here only we used to play. So a lot of memories comes to your mind, a lot of memories that fills your mind, right? Same way, right? Here also, this poem is all about a remembrance. What is the remembrance, right? So the poem carries 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs, right? This 5 paragraphs, what she says. In this 5 paragraphs, what she says, that is the poem, right? Okay, fine. I'll read out the poem. Okay, my dears, I'll read out the poem. You just listen to it, right? I'll read out the poem. Listen here. Like a huge python winding round and round, the rugged trunk indented deep with scars. Up to its very summit near the stars, a creeper climbs in whose embrace is bound. No other tree could live, but gallantly the giant wears the scarf, and flowers are hung in crimson clusters all the boughs among, whereon all day are gathered bird and bee, and oft at nights the garden overflows with one sweet song that seems to have no close. Sun darkling from our tree while men repose. Right? It's a beautiful remembrance. Right? It's all about a tree. What is the tree name that is? Casuarina tree. So the Casuarina tree, it is not there in our country, but it is there somewhere. Right? Okay, fine. Like a huge python winding round and round. Right? What the author wants to say in the first paragraph. She wants to tell about a tree that is called a Casuarina tree. Right? So what is the appearance? How it appears? The Casuarina tree appears so tall, and moreover, a creeper, right? A creeper that rounds the tree to its height, to its summit. Summit means what? To the top of the tree. How the tree looks? The tree looks so gallantly, so majestically, right? The tree looks so gallantly, so majestically, and moreover, in that huge trunk, the stem, right? In the trunk, a huge creeper that winds like a, right? Like a python, like a snake, right? The drugged in the hard trunk, a great creeper that rounds till to its summit at the top of the tree. No other tree could live but gallantly. If you see, a lot of trees are there, but no other tree looks as giant as like this tree. In crimson clusters, all the boughs among, wherein all the day are gathered, bird and bee. Definitely, if there is a tree, means you will see lot of birds as well as bees. So, in that Casuarina tree also, lot of birds and lot of bees are there. It is a nest, right? When all the day gathered bee and bird. So if you see all through the day, you can see lot of birds and the bees are there in that tree. And after at night, the garden overflows with one sweet song that seems to have no close. And moreover, in the night time, right? After means what? Often in the night time, during the night time, you can hear a sweet song from a bird, right? You can hear a sweet song from the bird. Okay. With one sweet song that seems to have no close, that means what? Continuously you can hear the song of the bird. No close means what? No ending. Sun darkling from our tree while men repose. So when you can hear the song or when you can hear the voice of the bird while men repose, right? After the people sleeps. And moreover, at the night time when the sun sets. When the sun sets and while all the men were sleeping, you can hear a beautiful song of the bird from the garden, especially from the tree. And all through the day, you can see birds and bees are there around the tree. And how the tree it appears? It is a tall tree. In the tall tree, a creeper like a python, like a snake, right? A creeper that rounds like a right to its summit. To its summit, what to the top of the tree? It is there. And how it looks indented with the deep with the scars means what you can see the scars right around the tree, and how the creeper climbs in whose embraces bone, and a giant wears a scarf and flowers are hung, and all around the tree you can see crimson color flowers are hung around the tree, right? So the first paragraph it talks about the appearance of the tree as well as the birds and the men. Okay, fine. We'll move on to the second poem, right? When the first my casement is wide open thrown at dawn, my eye is delighted on its rest. See how beautifully she talks about. When first my casement here it talks about the window, otherwise our eyes, right? So the lady, who is the lady? The Tarudat, right? When the poet in the early morning when she opens the window or when she opens her eyes, she's through the window, right? What she sees there at a dawn, right? What is the time? At a dawn. That means what? Early morning. So in every early morning when she opens the window, she happens to see something. What is it? Something. My eye is delighted on its rest. So she happens to see something which is there on the tree, and if she sees the tree, that's something, right? She will never take away her eyes from the delightful spot. What is the delightful spot? Sometimes and most in winter, especially during the winter season, and sometimes rarely, what she sees on its crest, on its top, a grey baboon sits a statue like alone. A grey baboon, that means what? A grey monkey. Baboon, that is a monkey, right? So a grey baboon that sits in the top of the tree like a statue, and moreover it is alone. So every day, especially during the winter season, right, when she opens the window, right, in the early morning when she opens her window, she can able to see, or she happen to see a grey color monkey sits on the top of the tree alone, right? A grey color monkey, a grey baboon sits, right, watching the sun rises while on lower boughs, right? So the grey monkey, what it watches the sunrise. It watches the sunrise while on lower boughs, right? So it is sitting right in little top of the tree, and to the lower boughs, to the lower branch, what it happens, what is there? His spunny offspring leap about and play. His spunny offspring, that means what? It's younger one. Right? So its younger one, it is playing here and there. It is jumping here and there. So at the top, its mother is there, and in the lower boughs, it's a young one. Funny means what? It's young one. It is jumping here and there, and it is playing. Right? And far and near, kokilas hail the day. Kokila, what is the meaning of kokila? It is a singing bird, right? And she happens to hear and she hears a beautiful song from a singing bird, right? For sometimes it is audible little near. For sometimes she can hear it from a long distance, right? And to their pastures wend our sleepy cows. And our pastures so wend. What is the meaning of wend? Our pastures, right? Wend our sleepy cows. The sleepy cows early morning. The farmers, right? They are making their cows for feed, right? For grass, right? For grazing, right? So they're walking with their cows slowly in the early morning. Their farmers, they take their cows along with them slowly for grazing. And in the shadow on the broad tank cast by the whole tree so beautiful and was the waterly spring like a snow in mass. So below the tree there was a huge water tank. Below the tree there was a huge water tank. So the water lilies, right? The water lilies were spread right on the water tank, and it looks like something snow, right? The water tank it's fully covered with the water lilies, and it looks like something a snow is covered, white color lilies covered, right? So the white color lilies covered in the water tank, it looks like the snow is completely covered the water tank, right? So the second paragraph is talks about what is the thing it is, what she happens to see, right? She saw a gray baboon sits on its crest, and in the lower boughs its young one is jumping and playing, right? After that she hears the kokilas, the singing bird, from here and far, right? And then the cows, the farmers, they are taking the cows for grazing, and the water lilies are spread on the water tank, right? So these are important things are there in the second paragraph, right? So the second paragraph, and in the third paragraph what she talks, right? It is a good one. Third paragraph, really it is a good one. Okay, I'll read out the paragraph. Listen, my dears. But not because of its magnificence. There is a Casuarina tree to my soul. Beneath it we have played, though years may roll. O sweet companions, loud with the love intense, for your sakes shall the tree be ever dear. Blend with your images it shall rise. Right? Okay, listen here. But not because of its magnificence. So why she loves the tree like anything? It's not because of the magnificence, or it's not because of the appearance, or it's not because of the a giant look of the tree. Rather, why she loves the tree or why she likes the tree, it is all because of dear is the passion to my soul. Why she loves the tree and why it is so dear to the author, because beneath it we have played through years may roll. Why she loves the tree and why the tree it is so close to this author, because she spent her childhood days under the tree, right? So with her siblings she used to play under the tree, right? That's why the tree associated much with the author. That's why the tree is very dear to the author. That's why she liked the tree. It's not because of the appearance, rather she used to play, or she used to spend a lot of years or a lot of days with the siblings, right, playing under the tree. And moreover, now the siblings are not with her, they are gone, they passed away, right? So this is a remembrance, especially this is a remembrance of her siblings, right? Oh, sweet companions, loud with love intense. Sweet companions, here the sweet companions talks about their brother and sister, their siblings, right? So sweet companions here talks about her brother and sister, Abju and Aru, right? So she loved her, right? For them, for her, they are like their companions, they are their friends, they are their water, very close to her. That's why she loved them, and moreover, right, they used to play under the tree. We loved with the love intent. So all the good important things, right, are mixed with the tree. All their, right, good and bad, or good and sad, happy and sad, are mixed with the tree. So whenever she thinks about the tree, she used to cry. Okay, fine. For your sake shall the tree be ever dear. At least for your sake, at least for my brother and sister's sakes, let the tree be there. Let the tree be dear to me, not because of its appearance. Right? Blend with your images, it shall rise in memory till the hot tears blind mine eyes. So, whenever she used to think about her brothers and sisters, or whenever she thinks about the tree, automatically, right, she will cry. Right? The hot tears are rolling down from her eyes. Right? In memory till the hot tears blind mine eyes. So sometimes if you think, right, an unforgettable days which made you so sad, and if you think that that will happen to you, that makes you to cry automatically. Same way, she thinks about the tree, or whenever she thinks about the tree, that makes her to cry, thinking about their brother and sister. What is that dirge like a murmur that I hear? Now, when she writes the poem, she is abroad. When she is writing about the poem, she is in abroad, and the tree it is there in the India. The tree is somewhere, I mean, in the India. So, how she pains, how she feels the pain thinking about the tree. Same way, what is happening here? Like the sea breaking on the single beach, like the sea breaking on the single beach. It is the tree's lament on airy speech that happily to known unlearn my rage. So how she's thinking about the tree in abroad and she cries, same way, right? She's far away from her country, she's far away from the tree, far away from the country, right? She's there crossing many seas. So how she is crying, same way she could hear, right? A dirge like a lament, a sorrow, right? A cry. She is hearing it clearly. How she is crying, same way, thinking about this lady, the tree is also, right, lamenting. How she is lamenting for the tree, same way, the tree is also thinking about the poet and it laments abroad, right, from lot of distance. Right? Okay, that's what it is given. It is given there. How the poet thinks about the tree and she cries. Same way, the tree is also thinking about the author and the tree it is crying. The tree it is lamenting for the tree. I mean lamenting for the author. And that sound she hears. Right? And she's across many seas. Though right, she's though the gap is very long, but still she hears the sound, she hears the lament of the tree. Right? Okay, fine. So up to this we will stop today. So far we have seen 3 paragraphs today. Okay, so first of all we have seen the author's introduction, and second thing we have seen about the first paragraph. In the first paragraph the talks about the appearance of the tree, and the second paragraph it talks about the baboon, the gray monkey, and in the kokilas and the cows. And what is the third thing we have seen? It is the water lily spreads the water tank, right? That we have seen. And the third paragraph, why the tree it is so dear to the author. It is all because of she used to play under the tree. That's why it is so dear. It is so much associated with our life. And how she is lamenting for the tree. Same way, the tree is also lamenting for the author, right? So up to this we will stop, and we will continue with this next 2 paragraphs in the next class. So go through this poem line by line. So if you have any doubt, kindly let me know with the text, right? So take care. See you, my dears.